There's a river that splits the town in two. Neon lights hum where the shadows grew. Brick by brick, they built their life where the suits shake hands and the ravens cry. Paradise ain't free. It comes with a toll. They'll take your heart. They'll take your soul. Under neon moons, with secrets untold. Paradise ain't free, and it chills you cold. Factories groan where the darkness snores, behind polished walls and marbled floors. The fog rolls deep, it shrouds their lore. You'll pay the price once you walk through the door. Shadows watching, eyes that glow, from alleys where the lost don't go. A deal with devils, ink and pen. You won't be you when you leave again. Paradise ain't free. It comes with a toll. They'll take your heart. They'll take your soul.
All right. Well, hey there, family. Welcome to our Old Gods of Appalachia game here. It is time as our three residents of Paradise go out and they are trying to find exactly what it is will get them out of their debt to the city, having once gone ahead and been saviors of both sides of Paradise, both Tennessee and Virginia. They have found themselves afoul of the powers that be. So afoul that they were willing to make a deal, an agreement with one J.T. Fields of Paradise. They had their choice of helping one of two people. His old J.T. said that he was a little bit more stuck, double booked, you could say. And they made their choice and met Polly Barrow. Example of beauty and refinery, with a hint that seemed to grow more obvious of something more sinister and malicious. And so they went ahead and given a mission to find, well, a combination of people she was looking for and objects, accepted it well in hand, and began their trek away from the apartment that they had secured for her, where she had gone to rest, as they went to church. Now, the church in question is known as the Ash and Anvil Tabernacle, a squat iron-framed church that sits at the edge of Paradise, its walls streaked with soot as if the building itself had been pulled from a furnace. The wooden pews inside are blackened, not from age, but from the countless years of smoke and candlelight that never seem to quite fade. There is no choir, no organ, only the rhythmic hammering of a great anvil placed before the pulpit. Whoever might be preaching on that particular day strikes it once before every sermon, sending a ringing note through the gathered faithful like the tolling of a forged bell. The doctrine here is simple. The world is a crucible, and only through fine hardship can a soul be made whole. They speak off tales and cries of suffering with a shrug, saying that that's just the hand of the Lord, shaping those who endure into something stronger, something worthy. And whenever questioned about those who might falter, they just remark that they are slag, cast aside, melted down, and reforged in ways that's best not to think about. As to here that it meets even now. As most know, this particular building never goes dark. Even dead of night, when doors are bolted and the streets are empty, you can always see a dull red glow that can be seen beneath the threshold. And some of the kids tell you that if you press your ear to the ironwood doors, you may hear the hiss of quenching steel or something else writhing in the heat. But nonetheless, it is a place for the lost and those who wish to hear about hope for tomorrow, that everything is not lost and that they can pick themselves up and do better. To go and hear just that. So it is to this that all of you are moving tonight. And you hear the calls, and it seems that the anvil has not yet been struck. So coming onto this building, what would you all like to do?
So now, what exactly are we doing at this particular church? What is it we expect to find?
I thought that we were just gonna go so we can see if we can find some of those people, make some contacts perhaps, and the ones with the strange marks, right?
Right.
And they said that they frequent speakeasies and churches and other such places.
Yep, I believe that's what we're doing, and this is a very interesting church, very different from Cheyenne. I can tell you all that much.
How so?
Well, for one, Miss Addie, this church makes me not want to go in and makes me want to stay well away from it. And Zeb was just eyeing up the iron bars, just seeing it. See, most fall churches are very light in color. This one is the opposite. It's very dark in color.
I mean, that's true. Just kind of grew up next to it. I guess I never really thought about it. Well, are we gonna go inside?
Certainly. Do we know where they? I guess we'll find out.
Exactly. I don't know about you two, but I really want to get my name cleared. It's bad for business.
Mm.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't know how much it's affecting you all, but it's hard for me to find any jobs around here. So I reckon we follow Miss Addie's lead since she knows these people best. Lead on, Miss Addie.
All right. Are you ready, Doc?
Doc sort of adjusts his glasses and ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Word of advice: keep your little claws hidden. I don't know what to say. I couldn't think of a clever way to say it. Please don't turn into a cat.
I wouldn't dream of it. Wouldn't dream of it.
It's a mighty fine talent, but I don't know how people would. I know I reacted to it. Anyways, let's go ahead and go in. She's gonna. Is the gate open? Did you say if it was open or not?
Yeah, it's all open. You come in and actually seems as you came in, people were just kind of finishing, and it's about to be the time where they would fellowship and get together, and you get the last bit of the preachers telling everybody as they're about getting go. He goes, "Now remember, there are things that must be shaped in darkness, held close lest the light crack them like brittle iron. The Lord in his wisdom placed burdens upon us not to be cast aside, but to be carried, hidden if need be, until the time is right. For even the mightiest stag crowned in the glory of its making knows when to bow its head and pass unseen through the thicket. The world would break what it does not understand, but we endure, we abide, we keep what must be kept." People murmur amens and all types of affirmations before it gets up, and a few people come and recognize you, Adeline, particularly. Some come to your shop and go, "Doc, I didn't know that you came up here. Miss Adeline, woohoo! You looking to match for you people? Your eyes are out?"
Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry. He just slurred a little bit. Sorry. You just said hello, right? That's all.
Yeah, they're just greeting you. Like, you matching anybody today? You got your eyes out for people?
You know me, I always do. People's happiness comes first and foremost. How are you? It's been a while since I last saw you.
Well, you remember, it's kind, and they flattered. Anything from Doc?
Doc would respond sort of nervously, touching his glasses, going, "Oh, you, yeah, I'm not, have not been here much before, but, always looking to expand horizons and try to better understand the goings-on."
He's a real sweet guy. You'll like him. But how's Cheyenne and how are all three of the kids? Sorry.
Yeah, no, just go all into it. And very good. And one person comes up looking at Zev as they just go, "And who is this tall drink of water?"
Zev will come straight forward, his hand out, stretched. Say, "Zev Swanson, nice to meet you. If you need anything fixing, I'm the man that you need to call, because I'll be happy to fix anything, and I know how to fix anything."
And they go, all right, we'll remember that. All right. And then with this, what would you like to do?
I mean, like, keep a lookout keep a lookout for the people that we were talking about, like people that look shifty or something like that. But because she's also super perceptive of people, like she can read people super well, and so she's just looking for like also any hint of the marks on them.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I was her, I'd look into like the groups of people that are gathered together talking, or yeah, I would look at the different groups of people that are conversing amongst each other and try to see if there's any distinguishing features amongst them.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception challenge, please. So intellect challenge.
Okay. That is a 15. I need to like.
Looking carefully around as you see the gathered and the talkative, trying to see where people might gather, you find a particular individual. Like really, there's two that catch your eye. One's a boy. Looks like he might be anywhere between 9 and 11. He's got scruffy hair and is dolled up nice for church, as one ought to be. And it's his ears that are kind of the strange one that you notice. To just look around, and some might call a skin condition up around the lobes, but they just look hard, almost like bark, deep lines, engravings. There's a young lady, about 15 you suspect, who's dancing around and from conversation to conversation, flitting a little bit and doing her fair amount of flirting that still keeps it within what could be proper for a woman of her standing and age, but presses that line mighty tight. And it is upon her that you just notice that on the left side of her face, her veins are just a bit more pronounced in the red. Looks like she's done a great job to cover it up and to push into the rest of her face. But they are there as though they're in a constant state of stress and being upset.
Okay, so she looks like she's constantly stressed out and upset.
Yeah, it's one side of her face.
All right, well, Addie being the super compassionate person that she is, she's gonna go up and, like, would she know this lady?
We might know of her. You tend to know everyone's name.
Okay, should I just come up with a random name for her? Or you got a name already? Sorry.
Oh, sure. Just a second. So, looking at her, you would remember she goes by the name of Huda. Or Huda.
Herda?
Yeah.
Herda, as in a herd of horses. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, basically, Huda.
Herda. Okay, Herda. Okay. Well, Adeline's gonna see the, like, stress on her face, like perpetual stress, it seems. She's not gonna say anything about it specifically, but she is gonna go up to the woman, Herda, and she's going to approach and be like, "Hi, I don't think I've spoken to you and introduced myself. My name's Adeline, and you're Herda, correct?"
Oh, well, that's right. Sister Adeline. Yes, indeed, I'm Sister Herda. Happy to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. Sorry, what do I say after that? What do I say? Oh my gosh, what? Okay, let me like be in this situation. Just, hello, you look stressed, dude. What's going on? But I don't want to say that specifically. In fact, I don't know if I want to say that at all. Oh, it's like, so tell me a bit about yourself. What brought you to paradise? In the church and whatnot. I'm sorry, I don't mean to pry. I like to get to know people, you know?
Oh, well, fair enough. It's good to meet you, actually. I always like to meet other women here, especially those who might help me not have as many lonely nights from what I've heard of your reputation. But, no, she got to pause for a minute. I just had some trouble back home. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I guess it just wasn't safe for me to be there anymore. when the mines go dry, things can happen. And well, anyway, my parents sent me up here. Didn't have any family here, but gave me enough to find a place, and they said I have to try to find and make my own way eventually. But and what I've been doing, I was kind of hoping there might be some eligible man, but I've had a harder time with that, unfortunately. And well, looks like I'll be needing a job coming up pretty soon.
Well, you do got family here now. If you ever need to talk about things, and if you ever need any help, just let me know, okay? And definitely I could help you on that front. It's my business after all. She's gonna say with like a little wink. And she's like, well, don't be shy, okay? I'm real sorry those things happened to you, so if I can help you at all, please let me know, okay?
Right. Thank you. It's good to meet you, Sister Adeline.
It's good to meet you too, Sister Herda. Alright, well, my shop is just down the street, so whenever you want to start, just let me know. I could help you scout out. And she's like, yeah. Okay, so above table is it's a player question. It's the stress on only half of her face, right?
Yeah.
Okay, only half of her face. Would that count as some sort of symbol, like strange symbol or something?
Yeah, I mean, your role was to find people with strange symbols, so that would be sort of those are the two that you found.
Okay. Okay, well, Adeline just kind of went over there because she was like, oh, she looks stressed. But she's gonna wave Zeb over too. Zeb and Harvey. She's gonna wave them over too. And she's not gonna say goodbye just yet. But she's gonna wave both of them over and she's like, oh, well, since you're still settling in and whatnot, Zeb right here, he's a pretty good handyman. He's pretty good. And Harvey, he's always fun to talk to. He's got herbs for everything. Just a few more people to know in this town.
Oh my, well, charmed, I'm sure.
I'm sorry, I hope I'm not being a bit overbearing. I just want you to feel comfortable here.
No, it's pleased to meet more people here, especially those who can help me out. I could always use someone to help me fix a thing or two.
Well, that's definitely me, ma'am. It's very nice to meet you. And I'll shake her hand, and I'll say to her, now, I don't mean to intrude on your conversation, but I overheard you're about looking for work. Well, what kind of skills do you have looking for work?
Oh, I don't know much. I helped up at the homestead, everything I could do. Fixing fences and weaving baskets with Mama.
Oh, question. Was this the lady that was going about flirting?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay, then go ahead, Zeb. Sorry.
Just listening, see what other skills she has.
Well, if you're looking for work, you seem to have quite a talent with talking to people. I could always use a little helper around the shop if you're interested.
Oh, that'd be mighty fine.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do they have resumes?
I mean, you don't think she would necessarily.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, she was mostly just kind of growing up around town. Like most homesteading activities seems to be mostly what she's done.
Okay, so that means probably that Miss Polly wouldn't be looking for this person because she said she's looking for people who have skills that might make them stand out, and that doesn't sound like that. Would that be a fair assumption?
Well, I mean, yeah, I would say particularly. You haven't dug too deep into the conversation with her.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's why Adeline's offering her a job. Plus, she's kind of put her at ease, I guess. like pleasant social interaction, gaining trust, putting others at ease. Like she's got communication. Like she like. But yeah, kindness.
She goes, well, thank you so much, Miss Adeline. I guess, I think I might be able to help you out a lot if you give me a chance.
Of course, I'm always happy to take chances. That's how you gotta live life, or nothing new is gonna happen, right?
Indeed.
All right. Well, tomorrow morning, if you want to come on and just come by, I'll show you around and can talk more and we can get you started. How does that sound?
All right.
Well, sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
It was very
All right.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, she goes and she. So it sounds like you get to know her a little bit more
Mhm.
through this. Anything else?
Yeah, anything else you guys want to say? Because I kind of just. All right, bye. Like I didn't mean to do that without talking to you guys first.
I don't have anything. Like, yeah.
All right. So is that, and there was the boy. I didn't know if you want to talk to the boy or
And he's how old is he again? Sorry,
like 9 or 10.
9 or 10. Okay, and what were the details about him again? Sorry, I want to make sure I get this right.
He has weird ears with lobes that are hard, almost like bark.
Okay,
Yeah, it's like the growth of like an oak barrel.
but what's he doing?
So right now he's sitting there. You can see kind of when people talk to him, he tends to like lean in really close as if he can't hear them too well. He's mostly listening to adult conversations that he's getting politely addressed to about here and there. And as they break out and kind of move away, you can see kind of makes his way to the window and puts his ears out. And when he does, it's as if he's listening to the wind. Just feeling calm and at peace.
Interesting. Does Doc perhaps want to take the lead for this one? It's like, I don't know, would he be fascinated by bark ears?
I think that. So I'm assuming that Addie sort of pointed them out to Harvey and Zev, because Harvey is not perceptive.
Oh,
So-
yeah, okay.
So,
Yeah,
um,
sorry.
no, that's fine. And so I think Harvey is also feeling actually very overwhelmed right now. And
Okay.
so I think he would, when the young boy has gone over to the window, Harvey might sort of make his way over there as well.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
Oh, hi, sir.
oh, don't let me disturb you, son. I think I might have just been looking for the same thing you were. Just a little bit of peace. There's a lot of people here. It can get a little overwhelming, can't it?
Oh. Yeah, a little bit. It just gets a bit overwhelming. I guess. Plus, they're trying to be polite, but I'm the youngest one here anyway, and sometimes it's nice to listen to the wind.
I agree. I've spent a fair amount of time just walking outside of town, just sort of getting a little bit back in touch with just the wind and the grass and all of that.
So he goes, and he looks like he almost tilts his head to something else. Because, yeah, you do. I think I think as much as you like it, I think the wind and those herbs you pick like you too.
He can talk to plants.
Harvey sort of pauses for a moment and goes, "Well, son, that's very perceptive. How did you know that I like to pick herbs?"
Oh, I just figured out that's where you must get your medicine. Sorry, I knew you did that, Doc. And
Doc
it
laughs.
kind of looks down and gets a little. It's obviously like shy and scrambling.
Doc will immediately sort of laugh and go, "Of course, that would be logical. Part of the question. You are correct. It's probably a little bit of. You can probably sort of maybe even smell the stuff on me. I tend to carry a lot of it in my coat."
Goes, yeah, I guess. What's it? The pastor says. The woods keep their own.
That they do. That they do. You know, I lived out in some of the woods for a while before I made it here. And I don't know. Guess it's nice to know that, as you say, if the herbs like me too. I always felt a little uncomfortable in my own skin at times. but you don't want to hear the ramblings of some old adult.
Oh, I have to say, it was nice for you to talk to me, though. And you really talked to me, not like some of those others who just trying to be polite. Ezra is my name.
Ezra, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Harvey. People tend to call me Doc, but you can call me either.
Doc Harvey. Doc. I like it. Just kind of smiles and goes, "Thank you." And we'll politely shake your hand like he was probably taught.
Now, Ezra, I don't want to pry, and you can tell me if I am, and I will shut my mouth about it. But I feel I would be remiss not to at least query to make sure that you are feeling all right in the physical sense.
Kind of looks at you. Yeah, he kind of subconsciously touches his ears a little bit. He goes, "No, I'm fine. You're talking about these. I was born this way, and Mom said everything's always fine with me. Just talks. It's a little bit about Daddy spending too much time in the wood of all things." And kind of looks a little worried. Anyway, says it's probably better off in the city where people aren't as superstitious as those out in the hollers.
Well, you know, Ezra, I think you and I might be a little bit of what some folks call kindred spirits, in a way. So, if you ever do need anything, you know, everyone knows where my shop is. Even if it has nothing to do with, you know, it's just not feeling good in general. You are always welcome.
Thank you. All right. Anything else?
I think Harvey will probably sort of, for a little bit, sort of just stay quietly listening to the wind with him before sort of nodding to him and wandering off.
I think while Harvey is talking to Ezra, that Zev would be talking to the parents, like not only trying to network, but also just see if he can get more information.
Okay.
And it doesn't need to be like a roleplay thing. It could be just like information or whatever.
Yeah, so you get a little bit of information. His mom, in particular, talks of how you realize it's just her. There's no dad to speak of. And that you get the most of that, a sense that something happened that she's not very proud of, and that she had gotten separated from Ezra for a significant amount of time, and had to track him down and find him at a place called Tipton's Home for the Young. And after that, he was a lot quieter and would jump at things. And she's hoping the city will chase out any of those ghost stories that the Hollers like to have.
Cool.
And then, I guess it's about 1 or 2 minutes. 1 second. I gotta grab something.
Okay, I was going to type this, but I can just point out, Elena, remember, Tipton is where we were.
He's from Tipton?
Yeah, well, they said he was at the Tipton's Home for the Young. I'm pretty sure that's the orphanage that we were at.
It's the orphanage?
Yeah, that's where she found him.
It's
So
coming.
again, it doesn't mean anything to our characters, but above table.
Oh, wait. Was that the kid that got eaten by the tree?
Was there a kid that got eaten by the tree?
Yeah, there was a kid that got stuck in the tree, and we had to get him out because Dahlia rolled a nat 1 or something.
Oh, they were being attacked by the trees.
Yeah.
I don't think that was him necessarily. Could be. But again, this is all kind of just above table because our characters don't know anything about this. Most likely.
Yeah, no, I didn't even catch that. Thanks, bro. I keep forgetting what the town was called.
So, is there anything else? I have something else I can have Harvey do. I don't know how useful it'll be, but I don't know what else we want to try to do while we're here.
I would ask the kid, what does he hear? If he's listening wind, what's the wind saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're free to, again, with this, the way that we can work here is if we wanted to switch to where you had either of these in a different setting, that's totally fine. We could cut to him at Doc's store. We could cut to her at the thing, right? There's remember the freedom in our tale here a little bit.
I do think that Doc wanted to make the connection and to invite him to the store, and I think would potentially ask more things like that. Doc is being very cautious right now. He's not very comfortable. So it's why he doesn't want to talk too much about even himself or what said that they were kindred spirits. He wanted to leave it at that for the moment, because he doesn't know how folks in a church would react to knowing too much about him.
Yeah.
All
right. Anything else anybody wanted to do in this space?
No.
All right. Then the preacher, after about an hour or so, grabs the anvil, a hammer, and starts banging on the anvil, letting everybody know that the time has come, and they all go about into the street and go their own separate ways.
Is this a night service or a day service?
Now, this was at night.
Okay, okay.
And so this, amongst some other churches here, actually kind of meet every evening, as well as on like a Sunday morning.
Well, we didn't see anyone with those particular marks.
No, not with the crescent moon, but I don't know, that Ezra boy, like, Miss Polly said look for people with special skills. Well, if he can hear that wind and he understands it, that seems pretty special to me. But I don't know how I'd feel bringing a 9-year-old to Miss Polly.
I would preferably not. As Harvey thinks back to what she showed him when the others had left about her teeth. Like, no, I'd rather not. You get the feeling that boy's been through plenty already.
There is no way in hell I am taking a child to see that wonderful woman. Adeline's gonna look around and be like, did anyone hear me about to talk crap? Like,
And as for Erda, like, well, she had a mark, but just from her conversation with Miss Addie, I don't know if she had any skills that stood out.
other than she really knows how to talk to people.
Well, that is true. That is a skill.
Wait, she had a mark?
Yeah, well, not the crescent moon, but she had that on the side of her face.
Mm-hmm.
Side of a... Oh, okay. I'll trust you two on that then. I was guess not looking at a whole lot of people's faces.
You were looking at their faces? What were you looking at? Their shoes?
All a bit of a blur. All a bit of a blur. Felt
Hey, it's all right, Doc. She's gonna put her hand on his like shoulder, like real friendly, you know. She'd be like, "It's all right. Stick with me, and you'll get used to it in no time. It's a good and a bad thing."
all right.
Like she's like saying it's like, you know, if you stick with me, you're gonna be forced to learn how to talk to people. It gets easier with time, is what she's kind of.
Right. Well,
Well, we found 2 people. I don't know if that child has anything to do with it, though. I hope not.
Well, I'm sure that kid is definitely what Miss Polly is looking for, but I do not want to introduce the two of them together.
No, that baby boy, he was at an orphanage. He's been through enough.
well, and Miss Polly said not just abilities, but she was specifically, I thought, looking for unsavory types. I'm not sure 9-year-olds can be mischievous, but I'm not sure I've met a 9-year-old who was unsavory.
It is true. She did say she was looking for people that would that would go crossing that line, something of that or another.
Harvey thinks for a minute. Why would I understand looking for people like that at a speakeasy or some of these other places, but why would they be seen at churches? Doesn't that seem a little incongruous?
Well, Doc, I'm sure you've seen your share of wolves in sheep's clothing. No better place to hide than out in the open.
Suppose.
Sorry, I had to look up what incongruous meant. Sorry.
That's by
I have a
design.
big vocabulary, but you know.
Harvey uses 5-cent words. That's a
Yeah.
design.
Yeah.
You gotta pull out the Webster for that one. Merriam-Webster, is that what it's called?
Between vocab words and just colloquialisms, it can be rough.
Oh man. Are we going somewhere else tonight? Or are we calling it a night? I don't know about you guys, but I don't exactly look like someone who would frequent a speakeasy. She's gonna like gesture to her pink dress and the bow in her hair, like the flower in her hair, and the long hair too. And she's still holding a book, so she definitely doesn't look like she belongs in a speakeasy. I mean, I suppose I can make a friend, and either he or she can take us in there with he or her.
Well, it is getting late, and that is the best time to go to a speakeasy.
Where's the other places that we would find them? Sorry.
Clubs. Oh yeah, I guess club is like a nicer speakeasy, I guess.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, it's about the same. Yeah, you remember she was also about people who would be willing to do things, so possibly people who are desperate or lonely, as far as other stuff. So.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah, if you wanted to try to find another spot here, it's fine as well.
Yeah, I'd be down for going to another spot.
Yeah, me too.
All right, would you like more for a speakeasy then, or?
In the clubs, wouldn't there be speakeasies inside of it?
It's like the same thing. I don't remember her saying clubs or not. Maybe she did, but the clubs more like social clubs where they wouldn't be drinking. Because speakeasies are like hidden because it's Prohibition era. So.
Man, when you said clubs, I thought like EDM, you know, like flashing neon lights. That's what I thought of.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like along the same lines. Like I thought it was just like a nicer bar. Like
it's all good.
Yeah.
But that makes more sense, like a reading club or garden club or social clubs, like high class clubs.
Oh, okay. So at the clubs, at the speakeasy, you said that people would be more desperate there and lonely, and then the clubs were what?
It's just where people tend to hang out.
Okay.
I say we do the speakeasy. I think something cool's gonna happen there.
Yeah, he's like, I want some excitement. Adeline being like the goody two shoes she is, she's gonna like shift on her feet uncomfortably. She's like, I don't know, I've never drank before. But,
Well, you don't need a drink to have a good time, Miss Addie, but if you're wanting to try something, you can work on that. But you might want to be careful with your first time.
All right. Okay, well, I'll go with you guys. I think. Let's just go. I don't want to overthink it. Do I need to change? Like she's thinking that to herself, like looking down at herself, be like, do I need to like change into something? Like, but I don't know. I think she'd just go along.
with the speakeasies, like in this area, like speakeasies in like Chicago, like in big cities, is like flapper type of people like dressing up. But I would this be the same type, or would it just be just people just trying to drink, essentially?
It would probably it'd be nice. Like you'd want to wear nicer attire,
Oh, okay.
but I mean, more and by this, especially in this area, it really probably means clean clothes,
Gotcha.
like laundered, put together, not so much anything else. Because you have people who work all day and come in, they just wouldn't come in dirty, basically.
Okay, then yeah, and then she's fine.
All right. So this is a little bit different because I think in this, and again, as far as speakeasy, all of it's a little different, but I'd say here you've heard rumors of some of the more glamorous ones around, and maybe here special, but there are the ones that serve just the everyday place known as the Hollow Well. You make your way to the outskirts of paradise. There's an old feed store there. It's not grand like you'd find in a big city, but it's just a dim lit room, the air thick with smoke and the scent of coal and whiskey. People here like to come to drink in peace and trade and whispers. All the same, you make your way to the door, in which you knock 3 times. But as you come in, there's something different in the air. The bartender, a wiry man who you all know, deep-set eyes, named Caleb Hatch, is keeping a closer watch than usual. Even the murmur of conversation carries a nervous edge, and there seems to be a few patrons who are paying particular attention to the comes and the goes, and they clock you right away, take you all in.
Adeline, she's going to give them, like, she has like that signature smile, that puts everyone at ease, right? So she's gonna give that to them, like just like a small little one. It's kind of like she grows, like, has strength and like vulnerability, like she, like, I don't know, it's a superpower, it's a human superpower, but maybe not in this situation. Anyway, so yes, she is going to give them the smile, and it's going to be open. It's like, hey, I'm not looking for any trouble. That kind of a thing. And then she's going to, like, turn her head away, and she's going to, like, look back up at, like, Zev and Harvey, and just kind of give them the look. It's like, yo, they're all freaks here, dog. Like, they're staring at us.
There's a few of them, not everybody, but yeah. So coming in, how do y'all want to proceed?
Go on, Zev.
I think Zev would come in and he would not be like overly like how he was at the church, just like meeting everyone's like saying hi, but he would like tip his hat to people, and then every now and then like shake hands with people if they seem like they're the ones that like you want to shake hands with, but just looking for using his like sensing danger skill, especially like on the people that clocked us, and also looking for that crescent moon on people, like thinking it might be either like on their wrist or like on the neck maybe.
Yeah,
Alright.
Adeline is kind of perceptive too, because she sensed like ill will from them, from the way that they're looking at us.
Sure. I think both of you can give me an intelligence challenge.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, freak. Okay, that's another 15, I guess.
I got an 11, but I am trained in perception, sensing danger, and discerning disposition of others, if that helps.
Okay. So between the two of you, you notice the ones who clock you, they don't have any alcohol in front of them. All their drinks have bubbles, which would be more akin to water than anything else. And as you observe them and they watch you, the lights flow. I guess the best thing is you look in their eyes, trying to discern them. It's like you don't discern anything, almost like they're hollow. Nothing in there. The gaze is a bit empty.
I don't like that.
And around, trying to find people, I'd say just your eyes moving in and about. You don't see anything readily. But then you think to yourself, the idea of this crescent moon might not be something like a person flaunts. Might not be easily seen being far away and just looking around the room.
Okay. So you have to go up and talk to people. Ugh. Sorry.
That's
I gotta talk to the creepy people. What did you say? Sorry.
No, I'm just saying that's how I feel in real life talking to people. Especially
I know, I'm like scared of these people.
Okay, so Doc is full on hindered in noticing danger. Is not trained in perception. Doc goes up to the bar.
All right.
So you gave us the name. Would we know Caleb?
You know Caleb. He's in and around, and
Okay.
During the day he runs a legitimate business.
Gotcha.
From selling like mostly general store types of things.
Gotcha. Hello. And so Harvey will go up to him.
Oh, hey there, Doc. Glad to see you coming down. Looks like something to add on to your own tinctures you keep in that store.
I'm just trying to trying to get out more, Caleb. It's been sometimes I keep my nose a little too much into my shop and nothing else.
Absolutely. Hey, do I have to say, if you're ever interested in maybe going in, we could keep some stuff over in your place. People could come in that they could just say, I'm a little bit tired today. They get a throw one back for Old Glory and get on their day.
Tempting as that might be, I've gotten some news that some folks might be keeping a little too close of an eye on my shop recently. So I think maybe for the moment we should not do that. But is there anything in particular here that you'd recommend if I wanted to just have a little taste of something?
Well, we got some fresh whiskey right in. It'll push anything that shouldn't be there right on out.
Well, sure. Try a little.
It's a little there. It goes, no, check it or sip it. It's up to you. Gives this very dark brown liquid that smells thick.
Thank you. So Harvey is going to sip it, just generally pretty lightly. So he's the training in herbalism and resisting poison. what Harvey wants to do, it seems like Caleb's already kind of comfortable with him,
Mm-hmm.
but Harvey kind of wants to get a conversation going, and so he's going to sort of sip and talk a little shop, like see what he can discern about the whiskey and talk a little shop about it and get Caleb comfortable enough that he can ask, because Caleb seemed a little on edge too when we came in.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's going to try to see if he can get Caleb to open up a bit about if there's something going on tonight that he's nervous about.
Absolutely. So yeah, you're trained there. Give me an intellect challenge, and we had all those trainings.
Cool. Let's see. It is a 15.
All right. So he keeps talking, and you start kind of wearing him down after an hour or so as he goes, well, I guess I'll tell you, Doc, I've been a little more worried as of late. I've just been noticed. Folks are disappearing. Like regulars who used to drink here without fail. See them every night, they're just gone. We're checking home, they just didn't come home. No word, no bodies. I just got empty chairs and unpaid tabs. At first I thought maybe, things, the heat had gotten on, the sheriff started making arrests, but the sheriff's right over there. Ain't that. No, just some of them who went missing were careful too careful to get caught for something. And when I've been asking about it, people just kind of look away or mutter about bad luck, and a few downright scare me. They just cross themselves and say, "Oh, nothing." But well, last week, something kind of strange happened. I was closing up, and there was a glass of whiskey that was untouched at the end of the bar. And it was full, but the rim was black, burnt, like someone had put a brain to it. And the moment my fingers brushed it, now, Doc, don't throw me into some home here, but I heard something. A whisper, but I guess it didn't feel like it was in my ears, but more like it was in my chest, like in between the heartbeats. Like a memory that weren't mine. I just said, the marked are being called home. Ain't it your place to stand in the way? Anyway, I wiped it down, tossed it to the fire, but I don't know. It's just been weighing on me. Too many things, Doc.
Yeah. You ain't gotta worry about me thinking ill of that. I've seen in my line of work, I've seen a few things too and heard a few things, so that is troubling to hear. You feel safe? You go home at the end of the night and everything?
I hope so. I just feel like the wrong people are going to come in here one day.
Hmm. I mean, I definitely am seeing some folks in here now that I don't really recognize. They've been new clientele. I know you say you've been losing some regulars, but
Yeah. That's what's sort of strange. It seems almost like as people go, these others show up. It doesn't feel like they know each other, but I mean, I don't know. More people in here start to seem off, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe it's just time or whatnot.
well, maybe maybe y'all come by the shop sometime. We can, in a light of day and a little less of a compromising position, we can think about who the people are who might be disappearing. I just have to wonder if there's, well, sorry, Harvey's hesitating because he wants to get what he'd love to get is like the names of who disappeared, so he can look for a pattern. But he's recognizing that Caleb has already kind of been warned off by something about meddling.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to put Caleb in danger. So
Right.
that's why I'm sort of stumbling here. I'm trying to figure out how to
Yeah, I think fair enough. You can probably get a few names out of them and whatnot.
Okay.
I think
Okay. Yeah, just a sort of a sense of if there's any pattern, any sort of connection between the people who are leaving or disappearing, I should say.
Yeah, it could be something you work into later. But yeah, you sort of get that information.
Cool.
All right, well, that's what we'd like to be doing.
I think it took Harvey about an hour to do that, so I think that's sort of what he's doing. I don't know if Addie and Zev wanna be doing.
Zev wants to go talk to the people in the corner. So wants to clock us.
Go for it.
I think Adeline is like really out of her element right now.
All right. Well, there's people to talk to, so it's always something. She's a little sociable.
Mm-hmm.
But so have you kind of head over, and as you do, if you look at the door, see that nobody's either leaving or coming, they look at you as just say, "Hello, may I help you?"
Zev will tip his hat. Evening, gentlemen. Just came by to, have a few drinks and notice y'all just hanging out here. Mind if I ask what you're drinking? Could use some recommendations.
And looks down. Indeed, the house whiskey we find particularly experiential.
But that right there don't look like no whiskey I've seen. Is that what you're drinking tonight?
Down. Tonight, we need clear heads. We've worked it out with Mr. Hatch. We pay our tab up front, our sitting fee.
Well, then, you guys worked a hard day. Now that just sounds like you all need something to celebrate. Want me to get us all around to that whiskey you fellas were talking about?
No, thank you. We have business, and it may be that a person of questionable moral character, a criminal, may be coming here tonight, and you need to keep a watch on the door.
Oh, freak! Sorry.
Well, that's interesting because I've been looking for some people similar like. Now, if you don't mind my intrusion, what's your business with them?
I am sorry to inform you, we do mind. It is our business, and we like to keep within ourselves.
Well, I understand that, and I want to be respectful. Well, how about this? Just so I don't bother this fellow that you all been waiting for, and I don't intrude on your business, can you tell me what it looks like? That way I know we steer clear away from him, let you all have your words with them.
You can go ahead and give me an intellect challenge for the persuading here.
Cool. All right. Okay. 12, but with perception and discerning disposition of others as well.
Yep. As you look. When we go to talk to him or her, you will know. Oh, to be made quite clear, and would appreciate the lack of meddling as we chase down our issues.
Oh, metal. Now, this sounds like a person who's done you wrong. Am I right?
I'm sorry, what you ask?
Is this asking if this was a person who done them wrong? Like, if they're like are they waiting
to get more information? Yeah, they're getting a little cagey here about that. I think.
Okay.
They just keep saying they have something that's not theirs that we must retrieve. All
right. Well, if y'all need help dealing with this fellow, or y'all want to just chit chat, I'm Zev Swanson. And if y'all need fixing down there at the docks, you let me know. I can fix anything.
Good to know. The Swanson.
And y'all have a good night. And he'll leave them. But like try to get out of their eye line and like go towards Adeline, but always trying to check to see like when this person shows up, like if they like perk up like Meerkat and see if the person comes in.
So what's Adeline going to do?
I'm thinking about it. Would she know anybody there?
I mean, probably if you want to have someone you know.
Okay. Like, is there anybody like sitting alone or something?
Yeah, you see a young man who does seem to be sitting a little bit more by himself, shaking a little bit.
Shaking?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you said the key words there. The Adeline's going. Yeah, so Adeline is gonna go. Yeah, I don't know. She sees that the only suspicious people that she can really see are being talked to by her two companions, and so she's gonna be like, "All right, they got it. So she is gonna go and she's gonna like, is it like a booth? Like, where is he sitting?
It's like at a table. Just
Okay.
a smaller table.
And she's gonna sit across from the man across from the table, and she's gonna be like, "Well, hello, how are you?"
I guess you're nervous. Like he goes to try to like grab the seat for you, but you sit down too quick, and he goes, "Oh, sorry. I'm
Oh,
doing.
it's all right. Do you want me to stand back up?
It's fine. I'm doing all right. Just having a drink and trying to, I think, get my head ready for the night so I can sleep well. How about yourself? What brings you in here?
Oh, my two friends over there, they dragged me in. Never been to one of these places before.
Ain't much to look at. It's just another place. One can drink what shouldn't have been made legal in the first place.
Yeah. Is it just a place you come to just relax and unwind after a long day?
Yeah, I'd have to say so.
All right. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm very sorry. My name is Adeline. She's going to extend her hand for him to shake.
Oh. You just like to call me Buck. It's good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
And I would say as you do that, give me a perception challenge.
A perception challenge.
Yeah, so intellect challenge, perception, yeah.
Oh, I got an 11. Can I put an effort into that? Oh wait, no, I can't. It's a challenge.
Well, yeah, you put effort into challenges.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna put an effort into that. I also have perception, skill.
Okay. Yeah, just a reminder, we want to try to do that before you roll, but it's all good.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. And okay. As you take his hand and shake, your eyes glance to the glass before you, reflecting the handshake, polished so beautifully. And you can see within the reflection, just right on his wrist, you can see a black crescent moon. And then as you look in the line in the dark, it's odd because you don't see anything at all.
So he doesn't exist? Is that what you're saying? Wait,
No.
I'm confused.
So
You saw-
you look at him and it seems like you see that crescent moon symbol on his wrist, the
Okay.
inside of his wrist, but only in the reflection, not in real life.
Interesting. So she's kind of just gonna like, oh well, it's like, oh crap, this guy's what we're looking for. But she's gonna kind of, I don't know, to her, she doesn't want to make a big deal out of it. Wait, but he would know, okay, so last time we talked, she was looking for people that have a crescent moon marking. So I'm reading my notes. They trade like these certain things, and these certain things are in circulation, and those people are the people that deal those certain things. So if someone brought them up in public, they'd be like, oh crap. And do they have a good rapport with Polybarrow, or are they enemies with Polybarrow?
So you're trying to determine if they have any connection to Polybarrow?
I'm trying to determine if it's like wise to bring it up in the situation, like try to subtly bring up. I don't know. I don't know if it would be, but this is the person that we're looking for.
Right. I'm trying to figure out exactly what you're like, because yeah, you think you're looking for them, and I think that's just something, a decision you're probably going to have to make with what your characters found out thus far. I don't know if a role is necessarily going to tell you, is it wise to do X, Y, or Z?
Oh, that's true. Well, then I'm asking if I'm gonna tailor that question to: do we know if, based on how Paula was talking about them and the business that she's in, would it be an amicable situation if they were to meet? Like, what is? She seems to be super connected. I wish I would have written down more notes. All I know is that she said, "Look for those people and bring them to me."
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, like, is that even
I guess give me an intellect challenge here.
okay? Okay. You know what I got? I got a nat 1. We're cooked. I'm so sorry, guys.
All right. With that, all right. So I just need a quick 5-minute break, but then we'll come right back. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
All right. All right, and so, trying to catch up to this. Let's see here. Is Adeline, you're trying to figure something out, or is everyone trying to figure something out here?
What I can remember is that Paula wants us to bring those people to her. And stuff, and like, because she knows that one of them stole the item that she's looking for. And so she is wondering, like, if these people stole from Paula, like, I'm just asking, is the Crescent Moon people the ones that stole it from them? Or do they just sell those kind of things and they would be interested in doing business? Like, is that the vibe that I'm getting?
You probably have to kind of dig in deeper, like, I would say, like, actually talk to them. You're not entirely sure. You've just seen the mark here, right? So I'd say from Polly, it sounded like to her she had, like, either they're in possession of something that was stolen or they stole it themselves.
Okay. Then she's gonna ask him, it's like, so what are you doing for work if it's leading you here to, need to unwind, from like prohibition and alcohol and stuff?
What I do for work? Logistics.
Holistics?
Logistics.
My goodness, I just am so cooked right now. It's like, just logistics. It's like, there's a lot of things that go into logistics. Do you work with a lot of numbers? I know math would make me pretty tired and want to come here too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you could say that. I can be pretty good with the numbers. When need to be, you always gotta make sure things are getting done.
So is it just like you work for a shop, you do like their business ledgers?
Give me another intellect challenge for persuasion, kind of pushing this individual.
We're cooked.
And you'd got a nat 1 before. That's where we kind of ended, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I'm kind of...
That's a 17.
Kind of looks, goes, well, no, just yeah, they've been searching things that come into the train. Sometimes they have this whole thing where whenever anybody gets off, they open up their trunks and all that, and they have to see all their private things, their under things, anything else they might have bring in with them. It's quite embarrassing for those who don't toe the line that some think they should toe,
Oh, I see. Wait, okay, so above table, if I'm understanding this correctly, I want to make sure I understand this correctly. it's like he takes inventory,
Mm.
or he does like shakedowns. Like, I'm sorry.
He'd probably say, "Oh, I just help people get things that might not, that they don't want others to see because they're too embarrassed to be seen with them. I just help them, get it through."
Oh, okay. Well, what's the craziest thing you've seen? Like she's like trying to joke around. She's not like really trying to pry. It's more like a, whoa, really? So what's the tea? You know,
Yeah.
like genuinely just interested in having a conversation.
Well, lately there's just, I don't know. It goes, don't like to talk much about that. Not for free anyway. This type of stuff people pay for.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's gonna kind of like put a hand, like smack a hand over her mouth, be like, oh.
But and he'll kind of he basically just takes Adeline's hand a little bit, and then as soon as he does, his grip gets kind of tight, and then he'll say, "I saw you look in the glass, though."
Does Zev see this, or
I think if you were looking, you could see this, and they could go, "Now, last person who noticed had me up against a wall with a knife at my throat. So I'd like to be very interested in knowing why you're looking for people like me."
Zev will come over immediately and say, "Now, son, I believe you need to get your hands off this here nice lady who's just trying to have a conversation with you, and she'll be happy to answer your question, but not like this."
All right. Just give me intelligence challenge or might, either way you want to do it.
I want to do might, and I'm going to expend effort. That's
Go.
-3. Ooh, 19. Heck yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Matter of fact,
Get him.
with that, he kind of looks and lets go pretty quickly. Just goes, "All right. And I do apologize. May I buy you both a drink?"
Well, honestly, I would like to answer your question. I'm sorry, I'm not a drinker. I've never really actually had one, so I feel like if I had one right now, it'd be a very interesting situation. But,
I can get your ass sarsaparilla.
alright. Well, then that's okay. But I can promise you that I mean you no harm, sir.
She's gonna say this like genuinely, like she's a genuine person. Like she's like,
I mean you absolutely no harm. I just have a friend who... this is gonna sound real bad, but I have someone who wants me to find people. I'm not exactly sure why, and I don't know what business it is about, but she says she is looking for people. And I guess that's why I'm looking. I mean no ill will towards you or anyone else in your organization. In fact, I would like to know if you say that people aren't very kind to you, do you think she would be unkind to you?
It tells me most everything. I've been hearing about people hunting those of us who have a mark like mine.
Hunting?
Yeah. Showed it to somebody once, saw it through their mirror. And they just said, they just told me that I had touched something I shouldn't. And that I'd likely pay a price.
And what was it that you took, son?
Well, that I don't know. There's a lot of things I handle in a day. And just after a particular one, I just noticed it when I was drinking. And anyway, he looks kind of nervous. Goes, I think I might just need to get out of here, y'all. You say you're looking for people who had this. I don't think I want anything to do with anyone who's trying to find me. Enough of us have gone missing anyway.
Well, now, y'all look for people, but we're looking for people who are wanting to work, as explained to us. And we need people that, are more friendly towards helping others, as you are with getting the items through that people don't want others to know. And that sounds like the kind of person we're looking for. Sounds like a good job. Might be better than yours.
Give me an intellect challenge for persuasion here.
Okay. Alright, just because I've been sucking on this, I will use effort for this as well. Good roll. Ooh, okay. Well, that was a 3, so that's cool.
I do think Adeline would see like the panic, the like, oh crap, I'm gonna go missing. She's gonna say, don't worry. If you think you're in danger, I won't say anything to her. Like, she's just very much like, I want to help you. That's her personality. And she's like, whoa, it's okay. I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check. Or, sorry, intellect challenge, please.
Intellect challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. That is an 18.
Kind of looks and... Alright, fine. As long as you don't make me go near anybody. I think they're trying to find us any way they can. And I don't know specifically what I had. There was in particular I don't know if this ever means anything, but there was an odd belt buckle that looked like it was made from bone and silver. And, well, let's say that left my way.
The belt buckle. Do you know anything else about it? Like who it might have gone to? Or are you just the so to speak?
There was someone who went to they got in back with a meeting over at Barrow and Lock main office, and just afterwards they said just keep this till after the people at the firm were done, were old, dead. Then glamour up those youngsters.
I'm so sorry, Matt. Are you feeling okay? Because you sound like really...
Sorry. I'm losing my energy, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, yeah, if we want to, do we want to go ahead and?
Sorry, did I mess something up?
Yeah, I just didn't understand. It sounded very slurred together. Did anyone else, or am I just? Are my headphones?
I got barrel lock, and then I also lost track.
Okay, sure. Makes sense. What he was trying to say there was the person got a weird feeling, went to a meeting with Barrow and Locke, in which he wore the seatbelt, and then, not seatbelt, my gosh, belt buckle, and then afterwards paid him to get in on a few other things out of paradise.
Okay, so in other words, that it's long gone.
You say it's when he came to touch it. You could probably get there. It might still be here.
Okay.
Here, but I think to your point, like it is best we end for tonight.
Yeah.
End here. And we'll come back with this next week if that's good for everybody.
Yeah, that's okay. You've been sick. Like, go get some rest.
For sure.
Okay.
Good night, family.